buckets and you bring it back to your family's cauldron. So probably your family would only own one of these because they're really expensive. Maybe your neighbors or cousins would own another one, and you guys would all meet somewhere and bring your cauldrons all together for the season. So once you get the sap in here, it's just gonna look like water right now. So this cauldron's just sap. So after about 8 hours of boiling, it should be starting to look a little bit different. What do you guys think cauldron number 2 is gonna look like?
Thicker.
I hope so. Otherwise, it's a wasted day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, does everyone see that? All right, so it's starting to get a little thicker. That means the water's boiling off and it's leaving just the sugar. What do we think the last one's gonna look like? I hope it looks more like maple syrup. Oh yeah. All right. So maybe still a little bit watery, right? So we'd probably boil it for another 8 hours till we're at 24 hours. And then because we're doing open cooking here in Pioneer Times, lots of things tend to get into the buckets. There's bugs, debris, leaves, some of this ash kind of flies up and goes in it. So we want to make sure we're filtering it out. So we take something like Grandpa's old underwear, whatever we can find. Don't worry, we washed it. And then we're gonna pour this through. And does everyone see all that dirt on the cloth? So there should be some dirt on that cloth. Yeah. So it should be pretty dirty. Did you guys get to see it? See? All right. So that dirt is everything that's not going into our maple syrup anymore. So if you remember at the Sweetwater station, they got kind of a lot of ash in theirs. Maybe the end result didn't taste so great. But we have these cloths so we can filter, and that makes it taste a lot better. But then, our last thing we're gonna do, because we are pioneers and at this time we don't really have a great place to store food so it doesn't go bad. Where do you guys keep your food at home? Yeah, see, I don't know what a fridge is. It's 200 years in the past, that has not been invented yet, so we have to get a little crafty with what we're doing. So we're gonna keep boiling this last kettle down. We're gonna boil, a lot of the water's gonna leave, and then we've got this nice wooden mold. My kind husband, Jebediah, carved it for me. And we're gonna put our family initials in it. Right there, you can see there's an R and an O. And then once we have that all ready to go, we're gonna pour it in here, and it's gonna make this brick of maple sugar. Yeah, so it looks good, but if you take a big bite out of it, you might break off all your teeth. And unfortunately, in Pioneer Times, dentists were not a great thing to go to. They probably just pull out all your teeth and say, sorry. So what they would do next is they would take a grater and they'd grate it down into this sugar. So this sugar could be used in their cooking. They could use it to rub on meats or anything to preserve it. And this is also something, this block here, because we probably have family back in home if we're pioneers, because we're European settlers, we could send this back home to people who've never tried anything maple flavored before, and they'd probably send us a lot of money, or send us more metal, or clothing, or whatever we could use. So that's gonna be really valuable to us. And this sugar, maybe we'll take it to the local market. I'll say, hey, I'll give you some sugar if you give me your goat. And they might say yes, they might say no. Hey, can I have your kid? He looks really strong, he can help me work. How about it? No? Aw. Oh well, I'll have to get my own kid. All right, how about you?